Okay, good. I'm glad you could hear me. And yes, I'm doing a client ancestor reading. All my links will be down below in the description box if anybody's interested in booking a personal reading. Ashe. All right, let's get it. Make sure you guys like this video for me, pretty please. All right. Are you ready, Asha? Yeah, Granny already trying to come through. So we're going to start with the pendulum first because you got a yes or no question. You wanted to know, does your Uncle Lee want to step forward? Has he been trying to step forward for you? So we're going to do yes or no with the pendulum. And then from there, we'll see as far as what's going on within the mediumship deck. We'll see who else is trying to step forward. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see fine. So her first question, she wants to see if her Uncle Lee is trying to step forward for her and how can she help him. Second question, how can she tap into her inner child and reconnect with the innocence and wonder of life? That's a really, really good question. Okay. So first we're gonna start and we're gonna see, does her Uncle Lee want to step forward for her? Can he step forward for her? It's 11 people in here and one like, so that's 11. 111. Now what did I do with my pendulum? I just had it up here. Oh, here we go. All right. Uncle Lee, have you been trying to step forward for my client Asha? You been trying to step forward for her? Yes or no? Going in a circle. Have you been trying to step forward for my client Asha? Yes or no? Maybe. All right, Uncle. Yes or no? Have you been trying to step forward and give her a sign? Is there anything that you need to share with her? Are you trying to step forward for her? Yes or no? Rephrase. Sir. Oh, now it's going to yeah. So he giving me, he play too much. Play too much. Because why? Why? I'm asking one more time. Uncle Lee, have you been trying to step forward for her? Yes or no? Yes. Now I want to swing the damn yes. Don't play. Over here playing. Like, be for real. Come on now. We can't play today. I just feel like it's going to be like multiple people to try to step forward. But yeah, he has been trying to step forward for you. He said he just wanted to make you smile. Yeah, he just wants to make you smile. Let me see. He says anything that he can do to help you, he will be there. So I'm getting like this loving presence. He's bringing up the eyes, your eyes. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull from the mediumship oracle and see, does he have a message? He was a jokester. Yeah, I get that vibe for sure. All right, Uncle Lee, what is your message that you have for her? Because she wanted to know, was it you? And so we know that it's you. So she wants to know, how can she help you? He was my favorite uncle. Oh wow. I should block them because this is definitely not a Ouija board. You gotta know what you're talking about. If you're gonna try to troll me, gotta know. Look, girl. Couldn't even. And then the Haitian ancestry is coming up for him. Okay, so uncle, girl, come on now. Do I cap? I couldn't even shuffle the cards good. Okay, so uncle, what is your message to her? Because you've been trying to come through for her. So what is it? What do you need to tell her? Okay, he's talking about your Caribbean ancestry, which is crazy because the first song that played was the Z Look Jamaican, which is talking about Caribbean ancestry. So I'm gonna run that song back because I'm not one of them. And I want you to know I'm not capping. First song that played. So he's talking about his ancestry. Oh, this is on the bottom of the deck. No pain on the other side. So he's really speaking. Okay, let me run the song back. All right. So his message is he's bringing up ancestral healing. So he wants you to tap into this ancestry here, the Caribbean ancestry, because he's saying that's your protection. Okay. Very powerful, strong energy I get coming from his ancestry. Very strong, very powerful. Look, I can't even shuffle good. Look who on the bottom. Like, come on now. Can't even shuffle good. A lot of wings. So I get the energy of like angels, guardian angels. Yes, and you do have, girl. Yes, I'm getting a Trinidadian, Tobagan. A Rastafarian cook. Come on now. Come on now. You like my mom and dad from the Caribbean. So you have to tap into this ancestry. It's time. Now's the time. This is coming up now, okay? I even see this for grandma. So this could is this uncle and grandma on the same side? These are the ones you have? Oh my fucking gosh, bro. Do I count? So spirit is saying that you look like a Rastafarian. Like you look it might not be the Jamaican ancestry, but the Caribbean is coming up for you and it's like your skin tone. And I'm seeing it like the rich tone. It's like a red. Like I want to call you red. Like, hey red. You know how people say that? That's kind of what I'm getting. So this is kind of what he's kind of calling you. Like this red. It's like your undertone is red. Yes, grandma says my girl, shut up. Yes, I'm just baffled. Okay, I want one now. Do I cash up you now? Yeah, you could cash up me now. Or you can go to my website, my readings website, and book which reading you want. But if you want to go ahead and pay, you can pay. But you're gonna have to I would say shoot me an email, goodvibes8888 at outlook.com. Um and my cash app, I forgot what my business cash app is. I think it's Jew888. Um But yeah, I would just say go to my readings website, which is www.mastermanifestor888readings.com. But I'm doing a client reading right now, so I have to wait till I finish. And I got another one after this too. So just email me and I'll get back to you. Asha, this is crazy as fuck though, because this is not kept. So grandma's his mom. This is a very high vibrational lineage. I'm seeing these ancestors being very okay. So I'm getting the different languages coming up. So like um they're talking about speaking Creole and yeah, they're talking about speaking Creole. So you definitely want to look into that. Figure they're talking about certain words, like there's certain words that you need to be saying. It's like after I'm seeing it like after a prayer or after a cleanse, it's some type of word. Okay? Some type of word they're saying. And I can't make out what they're saying, but I would just say that you should do more research into your Caribbean ancestry. Look into the practices of the Trini and then the Haitians. Okay? This made me think of that song. I wonder did I put that on my playlist. Forward from Trini by Nicki Minaj. I love that song. Um, I'm gonna go and play that. Trying to think, did it have copyright last time I played it? I don't think so. But yeah, this is a very strong lineage. Okay. And then I'm hearing like they hide what they're doing in their language, and they hide what they're doing in like how they speak. Okay. So it's like you would think they're saying one thing, but they're not saying that. They're saying something totally different. Okay. So I don't know if this is like a broken English type of thing or whatever, but I get that like being able to hide things in plain sight, which is that energy of hoodoo, right? So I think that you definitely need to lean into this because it's like a very strong, powerful, high vibrational lineage, okay? Ancestral healing is needed. But look, you got the wings here, the wings here, the wings here, the wings here. All the wings, okay? So these are like guardian angels, okay? I don't think we ever talked to Uncle before in a reading. Have we talked to him before? Because this feels like a new person. Wow, they spoke pig Latin around me. Really? Hey, butterfly. What is pig Latin? What is that? The uncle and granny spoke that around you? We haven't talked to him. Okay. He died when you was 13. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out what the pig Latin thing is. Because they are talking about you learning like how to speak a different language so you can communicate with them. But it's like being able to hide what you're saying in your phrases, in your wording. Okay. Switching the first letter. Oh wow. It's switching the first letter to the end of the word and adding an A. Wow, not they talking in code. What the hell? This is exactly what they were talking to me about, just like a different language, different way of life, okay? So that's very powerful for you. Okay? So let me see what the message is. So, uncle. Oh wow. Ouya? Is that what you're saying? Ouya? That's interesting. Okay. They done got me distracted thinking about this. Okay, so this is Uncle. He's saying like he doesn't need you to do anything to help him, but he is speaking on the sexual trauma. See, because look, the answer is no. And then look, sexual abuse indicated, unhealed emotional and sexual trauma. This still is coming up for you. Okay? This is still coming up. The healer must. So the sexual trauma, there still needs to be more of the sexual trauma. Okay? More healing from the sexual trauma. This uncle must have been in my dream the other day because you remember I told you I had a dream that I was healing somebody from sexual trauma. So, and I was telling you earlier because when we were talking earlier, that must have been you because of what we were talking about. So, very interesting. Because that was a day before this reading. Okay. So, do you have any questions for him? Because he's not like he doesn't feel like he needs anything. He's saying that you need the healing. But also he is speaking on the ancestral, like the similarities, okay? Like this is not something that only you experience. This is something that it's a generational curse, and it's something that has been happening. Okay. He said I'm still working through that. So I wonder, is it like something specific? Because your second question is talking about childhood innocence. Let me see. How can you tap into your inner child and reconnect with the innocence and wonder of life? So maybe we should talk a little bit about the sexual trauma in the childhood. Um, so can you tell me, did that happen to you when you were a child? Which I believe we already had this conversation. Does he have any other messages or advice for healing it? Yeah, it's more of like a conversation that he wants to have. That's what I'm picking up on it. Because this was this before he passed away or after? Because I feel like he's saying, "Oh, you was around 8 or 9." Because I kind of feel like this person wish he would have known. Because he's like that like hearing and knowing that now it wipes the smile off his face is what I'm hearing. Like I'm seeing him smiling here, but then there's just like the smile is just like off his face, like he's not playing. So he feels like he wish he would have known to be able to like console you. But he's saying that you're when you have a broken spirit, you have to pray a lot. Like you have to pray. He's saying you have to pray for your spirit. You have to pray for your soul. And now that you're on this journey of healing yourself as well as healing, generational traumas, he feels like you got to pray more. This is why he's saying prayer, prayer, prayer. Pray for good vibrations. Okay. He's like, I know it gets old being positive all the time, but he's saying that you're saving yourself and you're saving everybody. So you gotta be strong. That's what he's saying. Okay, be strong. And if you call on him, he will be there to. What? Wait. The music said the same word I was saying. I was saying the word strong. So you gotta just be strong. Okay. What time is it? Okay. So let me see. What is he saying? Because he got me zoned out. I'm sorry. Uncle, do you have any more? He was going to teach me how to ride a bike, but he died before he could. Oh, wow. Yeah, it kind of feels like a sadness because he's still seeing you as this young girl, like this little girl. So he does feel kind of bad that he wasn't able to protect you in that way. And he does, he's asking for your forgiveness that he didn't know. I wonder, was he sexually abused? Because I kind of feel like he was, and it's just something he brushed off. Because he is bringing up it being like a generational curse. Like lots of people in your family experience this. Because look what's on the bottom. Raise your vibration. This is talking about being in the bed. So I would just pass on the same message from the last reading when this card was pulled. Cleanse your bed. Okay? Cleanse your bed. Cleanse that because there's a lot of energy in the bed because you lay there every night. And sometimes when we don't release these things before we get into bed, it it's stored and it's kind of trapped. That energy's trapped within the bed. Okay, so I'm seeing, like I'm seeing old lovers, like that energy still like in that bed in the mattress. So is that mattress old or something? So I'm just seeing the same because the haunted house card keeps wanting to come out. So this gives me like there's just even getting deceased child spirits. Let me shuffle the music. See what we get. Yeah. So you really need to cleanse that bed, okay? Oh, I never thought about that mattress. Isn't that old? Okay. So you don't. It's not to say you have to get rid of the mattress, but I was just curious because of like how he was showing me like the energy that's like trapped in it. So I'm like, is this old or something? Is it like an older mattress? Yeah, I'm seeing like smoke. So you can do like like you can smudge, like put together like in like your bowl or your mortar or whatever. Let it smoke up good. Uh-oh, how's the connection? Because it's kind of going out for me. Oh, my Wi-Fi connected. Why did? Sorry. As long as you have a heat safe bowl or a plate. The yerba sage is actually really good because it helps you cleanse out low vibrational spirits, and it's good for like exorcisms and stuff like that. So that's a really good sage. Okay. So that would be perfect actually. I was picking up like Palo Santo, but the yerba sage would be good too. So you can like burn those all together. I'm just feeling like it's not just deceased people, it's the energy of past lovers that is still, and this could even be the people that abused you sexually. So have you did a releasal for these people that sexually abused you? I want to say we did that already, but I do recommend doing that again. Okay, you have that Impalo, perfect. So yeah, definitely do that. And I'm seeing you just let the bowl sit under the bed and just smoke, but make sure you open your windows and stuff like that. And then you could pray over your bed as well and like rub some oil. Just the X. Okay. I forgot what I said. You said no, not the sexual abuse, just the X. Yeah, but this uncle is just like singing your praises. Sit bow in the bed and smoke it. I can't open the windows there, but what about? Yeah, front door is fine. As long as that smoke can clear out. You can actually, I'm hearing you and I'm seeing you do this as well. And this is the Haitian and I would just say the Caribbean ancestry. What they're doing is they're guiding the spirit out. And this is what they're saying that you have to do differently because this is something that a lot of people don't do. And I don't even really teach people to do this. But this is something that I kind of do myself. But this is basically you're talking to it as if it's like a spirit or like a soul, like a lost soul. Okay? And you're like it's like you're guiding it out of the house because you got to think if a spirit is not at rest and the spirit is like lingering in your home, it's not knowing where to go. That's why it's there. So you have to guide it and lead it out. As long as it's fucking out your house, that's all you care about. Okay. So that is the energy that I'm getting from this. You're guiding it out. So I'm seeing you use like a feather wand, or you could use a selenite wand, um, or a feather that you have that you found. You can even use that. You say you asked if I did a release for those that sexually abused me. Oh wow. So you say you haven't did that. So this would make sense. Why? This is why this sexual trauma keeps coming up. I don't know why I haven't thought to tell you to do that, but better late than never. Oh wow, so you're already freaking doing that? That's powerful. So you've been tapped into the energy of these spirits here. How crazy is that? Like how cool is that that you're already doing something that they're telling you to do and they haven't like communicated that in the reading. It's just something that you knew to do, you know? That's powerful. But this releasal, definitely, this is the next releasal that you need to do for the people that sexually abused you. And I'm hearing the word forgiveness, and the only reason I'm getting that, I feel like this man and this grandmother, she's trying to talk as well. I'm getting like a very like religious kind of energy. So they are going to speak on forgiveness, and they want you to forgive others. And me personally, I maybe wouldn't say it the same way, but from them, they're saying they want you to find it in your heart to forgive these people that did this to you. Um, and it's something that you have to address, and it's something that you have to release. And they're saying that, with them and the energy that they're in, I'm feeling like very high vibrational, and I feel like I'm just above everybody. I'm above everything that's happened to me in my life, and I'm not a victim to anything. I just feel that strong, powerful warrior energy. It's like I'm not a victim to anybody. And so they want you to be able to be above what happened to you, not in a mode of like not knowing where to go from here. That's what I hear. Just like a kind of like a mental confusion. So this is why they're speaking on you raising your vibration. Okay? They want you to be elevated and be in their energy right now. And so they're not saying that you're not high vibrational, but this is coming up. Okay? So this is coming up for a reason. Again, hence the wings. What they're telling me is like before you can get your wings, you have to be able to mentally rise above the things that's happened to you in your life, the traumas, the sexual trauma, the abuse, the things that you've experienced. These things cannot just stay in your mind. They cannot just stay in your body. They have to be released, and you have to be able to be. There's calling it like being light as a feather. So this will make sense to why you have the wings here. It's like they're lifting you up. They want you to be like like literally levitating above this, and this is the message. You have to like rise above the things that have happened to you, okay? So hopefully it makes sense in like the context that they're saying it, but they just give me like a very powerful energy. It's like you can overcome anything in your life, not just this but other things. And it's not to say you want to experience more trauma in your life, but it's just to say that you've already been through the worst, so it can only get better. From where they see it, it can only get better because now you're more aware, and now you're more in control of yourself. You're more in your body. You've done a lot of healing, but now it's time to, you know, elevate more. Okay. They want you to do more ancestral healing. And so that does require a lot of prayer. That requires, you using those scriptures. You also have to tap into some of these practices of these, Caribbeans, because they have their own way of life. Okay. And it's very different from like what we were taught. But some of these things you might already know, like you said, even with the language. So I would recommend to look up like more of like the Haitian Creole, and then look up the Trinidadian Tobagan ancestry, see what their spiritual practices were. Um and just research, it's not like you got to jump into anything or do anything, but just see what things are similar. You can even look into the recipes, or you can look into the things that like the crafts that they maybe have did, like um the ways that they would use their hands to make things. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, I'm even seeing like some type of instrument or something. I don't know if it's a drum. um I don't know if it's a drum. It kind of gives me a drum. Wait. uh Now Granny trying to come through. She like, my turn, tag me in. Whole time I'm like, I feel like there's a drum. I'm seeing a drum. But yeah, this is Granny trying to come through now. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to her. So we're gonna shift gears a little bit. Thank you, Uncle, for stepping forward. Thank you for letting her know that this is you that has been trying to step forward. And yeah, so we're gonna talk to Granny. You said, ah yes, that can translate to yes. Yes, 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 exactly. And the more that you incorporate, your ancestors and what you're doing, the more successful that you will be. I'm telling you now, because I've seen it myself. All right, so we're gonna shift gears to speak to Granny. She said, "Thank you, Uncle Lee." I just feel like he's okay. Like he's okay. How did he pass away? Time alone with you. Massive heart attack. Oh wow. Did he want an offering? I will ask them. Remind me at the end. I will ask them which offerings they want. Okay. Okay. So your second question is, how can you tap into your inner? Sorry, y'all. My connection went out for a second. Can y'all hear me? Granny about to knock the connection off. We back. There's an aunt trying to step forward too. Okay. But you got quite a few cards that came out. But she is also communicating. So she's saying you're afraid to address childhood traumas. They're just things from your childhood that you just have to be okay with expressing. I'm seeing that you're healing. You're just not talking about your traumas enough. It's like they want you to share your story more. So, victims of gun violence die from respiratory failure, rapid breathing, shortness of breath. So, who died from respiratory failure? Aunt Cat. Oh yeah, Aunt Cat, the hottest Pisces. Okay. The fasting and praying is also coming up too. So I'm seeing that they want you to do this on behalf of the ancestors, and this will help with the ancestral um, trauma. Okay. The ancestral healing, the fasting and praying. That's like a old school kind of thing. Okay. This will help you raise your vibration. Okay. So you don't have to fast from like food. You can fast from social media. You can fast from anything that you want to fast from. Like it don't have to be just food. But whatever you're fasting from, you're taking that time to pray. You're taking the time to meditate. You're taking the time to. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and then I'm gonna start a new one up, y'all, because it keeps going out. Granny not gonna let us finish.